2-2 from Young, looking for her third strikeout of the day and gets it right there. Blows it right past Grace Snyder for strikeout number 3, and that's 2 outs now in this top half of the 6th. Winds and fires the 0-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Caitlin Young, 4th strikeout of the day. Lindsey Martin first due up for the Mountain Hawks as she swings at the first offering and sends this just over the outstretched arm of Lauren Little for the second Mountain Hawk hit of the day. Cimino at second, Josie Charles over at third. Brooke Cannon sends this into center field. Backtracking, can't make the grab, is Brooke Mitchell coming home to score. Josie Charles rounding third, heading for home is Cimino, and Lily Owens clears the bases for Brooke Cannon. A 3-run double to give Lehigh the lead. It's 4-1. Penn Fed, the official credit union of the Patriot League. TIAA, the official retirement planning partner of the Patriot League, and Herff Jones. Herff Jones is proud to be the official championship jeweler of the Patriot League. Back at Leadership Park, Ryan McGettigan, Matt Marcus with you. In this 1-0 Lehigh lead into the top half of the 4th inning. Ashton White leading things off for Army. Currently ahead in the count 2-0. As Chloe Hess, into the mid-40s in terms of pitch count, has pitched pretty well so far. 1 strikeout, 1 walk allowed. Only the 3 hits, as well as White drives this into foul territory. So it's 2-1. Ashton White, Sophie Smith, and Casey Donaldson due up in this half inning, 5, 6, and 7. And then Julia Ferris if we make it that far.
That's a good swing, just a little ahead of the game by White. Needs to straighten that out. That probably is at least a double.
White over at first today for the Black Knights. Another foul evens the count at 2 apiece.
She waited on that breaking ball. Again, another good swing. Maybe didn't wait enough. But she's making good contact in this at-bat. Team leader with 5 home runs, tied with Taylor Brown.
Certainly helping her own causes. Hess looks down at her armband, winds and fires the 2-2. In there, called strike 3 at the knees. And for Chloe Hess, her 2nd strikeout of the day. Good enough for out number 1. We'll take another look at it.
Yeah, I think that White maybe was just a little surprised by that pitch. Not expecting it as soon as that went into the mitt. She just turned and kind of tip your helmet, right? And
home plate umpire Brandon Hibbler with an emphatic punch out. You see the arm just rings it right back. 1-0 now to Sophie Smith.
Everything he does is big.
1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Smith comes into this at bat 0-1 on the day. A .278 average. The woman behind the dish today for Army. 1-1 with 1 out from Chloe Hess. Just a little low, 2-1.
That was a close one.
Slaps it foul, 2-2. Smith not featured in the earlier game today. Did see sometime on Friday. Came on as a pinch hitter.
Well, it asks a lot for the catcher to play both games, and so far, Amanda Greeny doing just that for Lehigh. Army opting to go with a different catcher in game 2.
The payoff pitch from Hess, swing and a miss upstairs on that riser. Back-to-back strikeouts to start this top half of the 4th from Chloe Hess.
And two different kinds of strikeouts. Obviously, one being looking, another being swinging. But the first one, right down the middle, kind of surprising the catcher, or surprising the batter, I should say. This one challenging Smith on the riser. And back-to-back Ks.
So now 3 strikeouts on the day for Chloe Hess, bringing her season total to 98. And we'll do battle now with Casey Donaldson. Donaldson already 1 for 1. That one hit, part of 3 on the day for the Black Knights as she sends this high into the air, but well foul. So as everyone resets, we'll try it 1-1.
Yeah, not bad for the first-year pitcher. Closing in on 100 strikeouts already. She's 12-4, 5 saves, including earlier today.
Another great off-speed pitch, but just outside, 2-1.
You look at, she's got eligibility clearly.
And the number that really stands out to you, Matt, is the strikeout to walk ratio. 98 strikeouts, only 44 walks on the season. Well, now 45, as she has one today.
Now, another number that jumps out completely is the real-time ERA of 1.82. Not too shabby.
Certainly will be a good player for years to come.
And you throw Caitlin Young, who we saw earlier. She's just a junior.
The 2-2 now from Hess as she winds and fires, swung back up the middle and sent into center. But making the grab was Brooke Cannon for out number 3. So nothing doing for the Black Knights in this top half of the 4th. We'll move to the bottom half. We'll move to the bottom half here in Leadership Park. Lily Owens leading things off for the Mountain Hawks in this bottom half of the 4th round. We get again Matt Marcus with you. Squares around to bunt, lays it down, and the third baseman up to throw with it. Not in time as Julia Ferris's throw was just a little too tardy. And Lily Owens, her first hit actually of this weekend series.
Ferris was about even with the bag. Great thought there by Owens to lay one down, and then the execution was even better.
I was just getting prepared to say Lily Owens hasn't had a particularly great series so far, but she beat me to it as she laid that bunt single down. Good enough for Lehigh's 4th hit of the day.
Well, she was involved in that rally, albeit she was the beneficiary of the error.
Has scored a few runs as well, 2 to be exact.
Well, she came from all the way around from first base on that the Cannon double. She was on the heels of Semino in doing so.
And speaking of Brooke Cannon, already 1-1 in the count on her second at-bat of the day. As Eaglin winds and fires a strike inside, it's 1-2. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error thus far for the Mountain Hawks. No runs, 3 hits on no errors for the Black Knights. Eaglin takes a look down at her armband, winds and fires. The 1-2 was grounded over to Ferris, and Ferris, same result. The throw not in time. Ferris actually bobbled it, had a little trouble over at third.
She fields it cleanly, probably an out at first, and they do mark it as an error. So reaching on an E5.
So now either side with an error today as Cannon aboard at first. And that moves Lily Owens up to second on that E5 as you mentioned, Matt. Dudley squares up to bunt. She does. Eaglin off the circle, able to make the throw on to the second baseman, Angelina Bebek, covering at first. But the sacrifice is successful. Moves Cannon up to second. Owens over to third.
The error by Lehigh was not costly. And we'll see if the error here, as time is called, and we'll discuss things as a defense. Lehigh had an error off a really tough play, both actually tough plays at third. But now with 2 in scoring position, 1 being the runner Cannon who reached on the error. We'll see how things play out. Big opportunity here for Sydney Parlett, who singled in the first game. She broke the no-hitter, actually, in the 5th inning. 2 outs in the 5th inning. Lehigh was down to 7 outs to play with.
And much like we said in Game 1, with Army being up 1-0 at the time, you want to take that mound meeting to not let things get out of hand with runners on base, but now it's the flip side, Lehigh with runners on and Army taking that circle meeting.
And that's what Lehigh able to weather the storms and to keep it a 1-0 game in Game 1, winning it when it was all said and done. Army looking to do the same.
Corner infielders in for the Black Knights. Ferris about 5 feet in front of her bag. Ashton White maybe a few feet less in front of first.
Big opportunity here for Eaglin.
1-1, 2 Parlett. It's a strike, 1-2.
She is working with the bottom of the lineup for whatever that's worth. Trying to limit and keep Lehigh off the scoreboard in this inning.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the tag is applied.
That'll go a long way and maybe making that happen.
So Parlett down on strikes. 0 for 2 on the day. Now Amanda Greeny steps up to try and extend this inning for Lindsay Martin.
It's a 5th strikeout already. She came in with 36.
Stares at a ball down low, 1-0.
She did get Greeny swinging to start the 3rd. That was before Lehigh able to get a run in that inning.
The wind-in fire from Eaglin and a throw down to 3rd. Owens back in there safely.
That's a good look. I like the look from Smith throwing down to Ferris.
It was called a strike on the pitch, so it's 1-1 to Greeny. And Eaglin's 1-1. Swung on and fouled back, 1-2.
So here, Eaglin in a prime position now with 2 strikes on a batter. She's already struck out. Trying to strand those 2 runners in scoring position and keep it a 1-0 game. More manageable for her offense.
Greeny sends it into left field, a base hit. Coming around to score is Owens, now rounding 3rd. Heading home is Cannon. She comes up a little lazy, but Greeny with a 2-run, 2-out double to keep this inning alive and extend this lead to 3-0.
Great piece of hitting there by Greeny. Put it right down the line. Made it really difficult for Donaldson to track that down. Greeny's going to get a pinch runner here.
Yeah, it'll be Krista Duenas to pinch run for the catcher, Amanda Greeny.
And just like Lehigh in the first game, able to not have Army tack on runs. This time the opposite effect, and Lehigh able to tack on some runs and a big opportunity.
So Lindsay Martin now steps up with 2 outs. A runner on 2nd in the form of Duenas. Trying to keep this inning alive, if you remember correctly. Almost hit her first home run of the season in Game 1 of this doubleheader earlier today. Went all the way out to the left field warning track, but again, as we mentioned, the common theme, Mother Nature just keeping that ball in Leadership Park.
And you might be able to even hear the wind in our microphones out field level. That wind had picked up right as you started to talk about that, and it is continuing to blow in, maybe slightly to the right as well. So anything to left field, you see it whipping around.
The 0-2 from Eaglin to Martin. Martin swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 of the day for Amanda Eaglin, and she retires the side for Lehigh. But the Mountain Hawks do get 2 runs in this half of the inning. Extends their lead to now 3 here on ESPN+.